going on, vinyl community and members of the clergy? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a bootleg vinyl haul showcasing all of my recent bootleg acquisitions of the band Ghost. And if you have Ghost, you have everything. I'm sure, as I've stated before, Ghost is one of my top favorite bands and one of the few that I do go a bit hardcore in collecting on vinyl, albeit variants of studio albums and bootlegs. I initially was going to merge these with all the other bootlegs I've gotten by other bands, but when the Ghost stuff started to amass on its own, I thought it was time to do a dedicated Ghost-themed haul. Plus, with all the hype and talk of the Right Here, Right Now movie that was released recently, along with the soundtrack on the day that this video goes live, I figured it would be more fitting to get this out. So enough of the chit-chat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the latest Ghost bootleg finds. First up is Call Me Little Sunshine. Now, this is a very interesting release. This is described as an IEM in-ear monitor matrix recording taken from the Hall Tony Garnier in Lyon, France on May 22nd, 2023 during the Re-Imperator. Now, I'm just going to cut to the nitty-gritty. Papa and the Ghouls on stage wear in-ear monitors, which explains why there aren't those huge monitors on the floor of the stage, and depending on the member that's on stage, they can dial in whoever which respective member wants to hear. And since it is all done digitally and wirelessly, it's very easy to tap into those units and record them, and what you get is a sort of quasi-soundboard-esque kind of recording. Now, the matrix part is what's interesting. I don't know if this is a blend of all the in-ear monitor mixes together, or they matched one feed with an audience type of source, since there is a little bit of ambience on this recording. But overall, it sounds interesting. The band is very crunching, and the vocals are very upfront, almost congested sounding. The keyboards are a bit buried in the mix, and you can make out some of the background vocals. But what makes this recording more intriguing is the use of all the count-ins and the metronome, which gives you an insight as to how calculated a Ghost live show is from a performance perspective, but it is still a great show. This was the third show of the Re-Imperator, and I think this is as complete of a set that we have since they were still doing Hunter's Moon and the rare appearance of their cover of Genesis's Jesus He Knows Me. Honestly, it's a very interesting recording, but one of the more unique ones in my collection. The front has a cool shot of Papa 4 and the Ghouls. Back cover has the track list as well as a cool illustration. Now, the insert has a cool shot of Papa 4 with the track list along with the Impera album cover. And then this side has the sort of scans of the front and back cover and some random shot of Papa 2. Interesting to say the least. The illustration seen on the back is also the basis of the center labels, and it is pressed on orange vinyl. Next up is Swedish Neurotica. This is an audience recording taken from the Avicii Arena in Stockholm, Sweden on April 29th, 2022 during the Imperator. This is just a condensed 1 LP version of the show, since the full recording does indeed circulate, but it does gather a bit from each album, major emphasis of course on Impera, but doesn't have any tracks from Infestissima. I do like that it hones in on the live experience of a Ghost show by including the guitar duel in between Devil Church and Cerise. Certainly a bit of fun during the show, especially this one because the band breaks into an off-the-cuff rendition of Europe's The Final Countdown. The sound quality on this one is really decent. The audience's applause is so crystal clear, and you can almost feel it when the pyrotechnics go off. But I would go as far as to say that this release is only really recommended to hardcore collectors and completists who basically want anything and everything. Now, as you can tell by the artwork, it does live up to the sort of bootleg reputation. You have a Meliora Papa 3 era photo on the front cover. Then the back has the Aleister Crowley inspired shot of Papa 4 and the Impera era Nameless Ghouls. There is a printed inner sleeve, which has a Papa 2 era photo and scans of the front and back cover art. Just a random mishmash. And then there's Papa 4 with that sort of Aleister Crowley photo that did inspire the Impera album cover. Now, the Papa 2 image also appears on the center labels and is pressed on baby blue vinyl. Last but not least is Can You Hear the Thunder? This combines two performances recorded in France during the Meliora album cycle. The first half is devoted to the band's performance at Hellfest and Clisson on June 19th, 2016, and the second half is devoted to their appearance on the show L'Album de la Semaine for Canal Plus on September 7th, 2015. The Hellfest performance is actually a pro shot that was broadcasted, so you do get soundboard audio with this show. And what's cool is that you do get some early Ghost treats, such as Spirit and Body and Blood, and there's even a choir that came out on stage for Monstrance Clock and a firework display at the end of the song. It sounds cool, but it does more justice to see it on video since the choir did wear nun outfits. It is a festival-friendly, more concise set list, but still an enjoyable piece of early Ghost history. Now, as for the Canal Plus appearance, it's okay. Just the band performing live in a TV studio, and they're rather loose performance-wise. The source that these versions came from must have been a little wonky since the tempos seem slowed down and the pitch is down a smidge, but not horrible nonetheless. Now, this is a Casino Records release. They put out some top-notch bootlegs in regards to sound quality and packaging. You have an era-appropriate photo on the front, which also bears the release of my bootleg of the Stockholm radio broadcast that I own from this period. You have a cool live shot of Papa 3 on the back with the track list. Now, this is the orange vinyl variant, which is limited to 200 copies. This is copy number 38. And the orange vinyl is very rich, and each center label features various live shots. So there you guys go. That is my bootleg vinyl haul showcasing all of my recent bootleg acquisitions of the band Ghost. And if you have Ghost, you have everything. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.